Hello, subscribers. This is Melvin Neimer with Trusted Hands Real Estate Group, and welcome to our YouTube channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in the St. George area, southwestern Utah. We moved down here a few years ago to get away from the snow and the cold of northern Utah and to enjoy the fabulous scenery. Understand, though, that what might be pro for me and for my husband may not be exactly pro for you. So we're going to talk about different ideas, what we're seeing, and we would love to have your feedback. Let us know if this works for you, if our ideas are something you're looking for. If not, if you've got some suggestions as some better pros and cons, please let us know. And always subscribe down there at the bottom, hit the subscribe button. And also, if you hit the like button, that helps get the word out that other people can get notified that we're doing these. And hopefully it means something to you. It definitely means something to us. We're here in real estate to do what we can to help clients find a new home, sell their home, even find investment properties. So just keep that in mind as we go through things. We're looking at it from that perspective, but we'll talk about anything you want to talk about. Okay, so as far as pros, one of the main reasons we moved down here was to get away from the cold and the snow up north. Lived in California, lived in all sorts of places, Arizona, Phoenix, over my lifetime, and most recently, last 15, 20 years up in Salt Lake area, and the winters are getting cold, especially with the old man. It feels more jittery. So we moved down here to get into the sunshine. And we picked St. George area more than anything else because of its phenomenal scenery. The country is just gorgeous. Red rocks, lava fields, mountains with snow right behind the red rocks and the palm trees and the cactus. The scenery is amazing. Also, we got national parks. Just an hour or two away, the Zions National Park, Bryce Canyon National Park. We've also got the Virgin River running right through the middle of St. George, and people kayaking on it and enjoying it. It is amazing country. Another thing that we really fell in love with was because of that beautiful scenery, the year-round activities that we have. The mild weather makes it so that we can go hiking, we can go biking all year round. There's great camping. Snow Canyon State Park is just up the street a ways and with great campground. Of course, the national parks you can camp in. There's camping places all over the place. As well, there's the hiking and biking. There's also golfing. I don't know if you're a golfer. I am, have been since I was 15. Love playing golf. And we've got over a dozen golf courses here. Some of them private country clubs, some public, but they're wonderful. If you like to ski, you can still live here in the warm climate, and during the winter, drive an hour and a half up to Bryan Head and go skiing up there. So we're close to all of those kind of things. Third, one of the things that we really liked and we found out after we moved down here was how friendly the people are. So many of the people that live here have moved here from other parts of the country. Our next door neighbor just moved here from Minneapolis last year. We have neighbors from Colorado, obviously lots of people from up north, also people from California, Washington, moving here to St. George because of the climate, because of the weather, and because it's just such a wonderful, friendly place to be. So all ages too. I know all my life I always looked at St. George as being the place to retire to. So it was always 55 and older, 65 and older, old people. Come to find out there's a lot of younger people here and a lot of families. There's neighborhoods that are really big in families. My in-laws moved down here last year and they've got the kids, the grandkids, everybody all over the place. So anything you want to find, you can find here in St. George. And another big point is the cost of living. I mean, Utah generally is less expensive, but Southwest Utah is even less expensive than up north. If you've got a home and you're thinking of the cost of keeping the home up, for instance, some of the areas down here are on Dixie Power, which has got the lowest electrical rates in the country. Water's tight, it is a desert, and we're limited, but everybody's trying to be as careful as possible in conserving water, and we're growing like crazy. So the environment, the weather, the people, those are the things that make it wonderful. And the fifth point, the environment itself, the air is clean. We don't have smog. We don't have air pollution. The biggest problem we have sometimes is dust blowing up when the wind blows. And with a lot of the construction going on, we do get some dust coming, but it's rare. We did have snow last winter, lasted an hour. It was on the ground for maybe 2. Never accumulates on the sidewalks or streets, which, kind of fun when it's Christmas and you're thinking snow, but it's gone. Okay, so those are some of the pros that we found that we've really fallen in love with. And keep in mind, if you're thinking of moving here, those are things to look at. Some of the cons, the weather, again, it does get up to 110. It is dry. It is a desert climate. Right now, I think the humidity outside is like 8%. We have a humidifier in the house, keep it about 25-30%, but that's comfortable. That's great. We moved down here for that, but a lot of people may not like that. And the hot summer, it gets below freezing in the winter, but it's not constant. And you put a coat on, you're fine in the winter. So is that a con? That's up to you. One of the other things is the shopping. St. George is a rural community, okay? It is not a major metropolitan. We don't have 100 shopping malls and giant stores all over the place. We do have a shopping mall, basic, been here for 25-30 years, outlet strip malls, but no major shopping. So you can get anything you want here in town as long as you're not terribly picky about looking for something specific. If you need that, Las Vegas is only 2 hours away. So a little drive down the canyon, you've got Vegas right at your footsteps. Public transportation is not the best in St. George. Granted, the whole area is spread out. So if you live in Ivans and you got to work in Hurricane, you're a half-hour, 45-minute drive to get there. But it is not packed roads. It's not like driving on the 405 in Southern California. But we do have buses. Of course, we got Uber and taxi and those kind of things, but it's not heavy public transportation. We do have a regional airport here, but if you want to fly from St. George to New York, you've got to catch a flight to Vegas or to Salt Lake to connect to the major airline routes that way. They're trying to get more, but it is still a small regional airport. And being a pilot myself, I don't mind that because then the traffic isn't so bad that I can't just get in the plane and take off. Anyway, St. George is also growing, like I mentioned. And when I drive around in some of the areas, especially over in the Washington area where the major shopping is, I can see that the planning for the roads and highways was based on a smaller population. Expected growth wasn't happening as much as it is now. And so those places do get traffic really bad, but it's okay. Having lived in Southern California, this is not that bad, but that is a limitation. So if you're thinking of moving to St. George to be in the countryside, there are places you can go to be there, but the shopping is still in those more congested areas. Is that a con? That's up to you. Another one is job opportunities. We've got a lot of growth going on right now, but there's businesses, especially with the pandemic this last year, we've lost some really nice businesses. New ones are starting to come into their place. But one of the new developments we have in St. George is Tech Ridge, which is supposed to be bringing in more higher paying jobs and more tech people, obviously. They're building over the next few years for that development, affordable housing, retail space, those kind of things. And I mentioned golfing. Golfing can be expensive, especially if you're in a couple of the, like Entrada, one of the private club areas, $1 million homes, $600-800 a month fees, Golfing is there, nice. You got to eat food in the restaurant. Is that a pro? Is that a con? Depends on what you're looking for. Like I said at the beginning, this is different kind of country. And as I mentioned, it is desert, so it's dry. If you need a more moist place to live, this probably isn't the best pick. Like I said, we keep a humidifier in the home to keep it comfortable, but that may not work for everybody. Anyway, these are some of the pros and some of the cons that we have been thinking about, talking about, and comparing why people would want to live here. Again, the scenery is amazing. The country, the people, they're wonderful. So if you are thinking of moving into a place like this that's got some of those benefits, please keep us in mind. Give us a call. We would love to go over all the different ideas and opportunities. Cons? Hey, if you've got some others you want to suggest, let us know. And don't forget, down at the bottom, hit that subscribe button so that you can be part of our YouTube family. Also, the like button will notify you when we post new videos. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, and leave some comments. What do we need to add? What can we add on to this? What other things, ideas, questions do you have? In the meantime, we'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching.